In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission.
Mikey, what are you doing?
I'm doing the thing for the podcast.
It's not that hard, bud.
Dude, just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends podcast. Welcome to our weekly palaver.
I think we should just change.
This is where Jazz tell us words. Mikey used them.
You know, Jazz, you need to start doing this, but you got to do it with like the complete wrong meaning. And then
start giving up
and just do it with 100%
definitions.
confidence.
Yeah.
And then we're just, the 3 of us are going to walk around saying these words that don't mean the right thing.
He's done that before.
Yeah, for all you listeners out there, go find out what a slap is.
Yeah.
Let me know when you find out.
Yeah. Enjoy your algorithms. Oh, shit.
Well, it's our Monday.
It is. I'm sleepy, man. Like I feel out of it.
Well,
I feel drunk and I haven't even drank.
I'm about to feel drunk because I am drinking.
Well, you're tired, though.
Yeah. Like, but to that point where it's like you're loopy almost.
Drunk tired.
Yeah. Like I get 6 shots of espresso I got at 1 p.m.
Attaboy.
And I'm still going to sleep at like 7.
After you take a great shit.
Maybe.
An espresso poop.
An espresso poop.
We've dubbed pooping having allergies. Yes. So
I have to go have allergies.
yeah, ooh, no, you're having an allergic reaction.
I'm going to take an allergy.
I'm about to have an allergic reaction. That's it.
You know what?
That's it.
I appreciate
Like,
it.
oh, you got allergies? Well, I'm about to.
Yeah, I feel some allergies coming on.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling, Jazz? You were gone last week.
Yeah, I've only got a little bit of death left.
Yeah.
But,
It's mostly alive.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's mostly alive. I'm only a little dead. No, last week it was
just right?
The weather down here has been bipolar on a good day.
You mean the daily 40-degree shift?
Yeah. So my allergies decided that it needed to shit in my head, which was great. Unfortunately, what that turned into is during sleep, it all just drained into my lungs. And so then I got a little upper respiratory infection.
Yeah.
So it was
Wasn't the 100-day cough, huh?
it wasn't the 100-day cough.
That's good.
Did you sound
was
like Gary when he just breathes normal?
And so no, it was pretty bad. Like I didn't go to work and everything.
Just
which is-
for record keeping sake, that was John, not Mikey this time. First.
Hey, we sat down with Gary and we had a great like 3.5 hour
I was
conversation.
just telling Mikey, we did something that the Freedom Friends could never do on the Warfighter podcast, and that was interview Gary. It was a 2-part thing, 3.5 hours where we actually got his story, and I don't think we shit on him one time.
Not one.
Yeah,
That's
there's-
why I was right out the gate. Here,
Yeah,
There's no fucking way, man.
I was just shaking, trying to hold it in.
There's no fucking way we would have made it 3 hours.
Well, it would have been 3 hours, and we would have given up.
Yeah, Gary's like, and so then I went to high school.
Yep,
Yeah.
no fucking way.
good story there, Shawshank.
Yeah, one of my favorite pastimes is shitting on that dude.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
That was part of the podcast.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be part of his book, though.
Yeah.
It's like his whole chapter is just and Mikey
Like he picks on me.
picks on me relentlessly.
It's done out of love.
He's a good guy.
See, we got to put a chapter in there about Mikey, and then we got to have Michael Phelps write the.
The forward.
Yep.
Fucking burns someone with a cigar.
You guys have a lot in common, though.
We don't.
Big fan of pot.
Who?
You and Michael Phelps.
No. So is Gavin Newsom, but I'd still fucking fight him on sight.
Gavin Newsom? Yeah, I would too.
You know what?
That's what I'm saying.
Fight on sight?
With Gavin Newsom, why not? It'd be fun.
I don't know. I think he'd be probably fun to party, like
Yeah.
Hunter Biden's situation party.
Oh, I
He'd
don't
be
want
fun
to.
to
I don't want
party
to party with Hunter Biden. That's jail time.
You can't
Yeah.
keep up with Hunter Biden.
No, it's jail time.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
right. You know what?
Yeah.
I'll fucking
Yeah.
admit that.
Yeah, I don't
That's-
smoke cracks.
Yeah.
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 Like
Gavin Newsom, though, I think
black tar heroin's never been on my menu,
See,
bro.
I like to party with people where there's a chance we could go to jail. Not you're going to jail.
not you're the fall guy.
Yeah.
who would be like? Who would be your guys' like perfect party celebrity? Like to let's say you could have a fucking night of drinking.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh, see, that would be fucking solid.
Bert Kreischer.
That would be a good night of drinking. I agree.
Neil Patrick Harris, because I think the adventure I'm going to go on while that is happening, like, because he's so well loved by
Fucking everyone.
everyone, and he's a board member of the Magic Castle in Hollywood, and like all this. So, like, you're going to end up at like some 3:00 party that like you need a password to get in and shit, and you're just going to be like, what the fuck?
And he's probably like every hot chick in LA's gay friend.
Yeah.
Like fucking for real. Like,
So
yeah,
yeah, Neil Patrick Harris. That's a
it's a good choice.
a party. I'd
Rogan
going
would
for.
be a good one, too.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hope you like gin.
I do. I love gin.
He's a big gin
I
drinker. That.
love gin.
Owns a gin brand.
Yeah.
Yep.
Him and Hugh Jackman.
But if I was going to go party with a celebrity, I'd want it to be somebody like Neil Patrick. Was like, you're going to drink, but I'm not looking to just fucking
I don't
an
be
hour
blacked
later
out.
I'm just blacked
Yeah,
out
no.
and that's it. Like because that's your whole story. It's like I sat down with a celebrity, an hour later we blacked out, and
No, that's why
was it.
But that's why I can't party with somebody who can't drink to my like. I want to drink with somebody who's on the same level, right? Like,
Oh, okay.
we're each going to drink 3/4 of a bottle, and we're going to have a good time.
Sure.
I don't want to drink like a half a bottle. They drink a quarter bottle and they're fucking out of it. Like that would be no fun. You got to have somebody that, but
yeah, but I don't think he drinks to the level we are off like doing things. I think he literally
Yeah.
just drinks to the level he's incapacitated.
Yeah.
Bert,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
And so that just doesn't
I don't know,
like I can just find any random fucking
Keith Richards.
schmo
but I'm
do
pretty
that.
sure
Keith
Bert's like
Richards,
that
but
when
in
he's
the 80s.
sober.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think you're actually going to end up with much of a story. It's going to be like, yeah, I drank with him, and
And that was the end of the story.
that's
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
'cause
He
that's
started-
all of his
he started-
stories. All of his stories are.
He started telling the machine story, and I just fucking left.
Yeah. So I said, if I'm going to drink with a celebrity, I want one that parties, but I
How's
want
it
one that
go?
where
Can
it's
you
like,
tell it again?
yeah.
I've heard this before.
Yeah.
When I was 23, we know.
And now you're 50, so
Yeah.
maybe.
So,
Now apparently apparently the one you actually want to hang out with is his daughter. She's apparently the one that actually does anything fun.
Yeah.
I don't know any of that.
oh.
That's the only stories he tells now.
Oh, I got it.
I'd like to drink with Mike Tyson.
Oh, that
Look, I don't smoke a lot, but I'd like to smoke with Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
You ever heard him start doing interviews when he's high, and all of a sudden he just turns into Confucius, and
he's
you're just
the
like, what
fucking-
the fuck?
It's the best.
But I think it would be like
Did you see him treat Hezbollah like he was a 2-year-old?
Oh my God. He got big mad. It was great.
that.
was great.
I think it'd be like Russian roulette, though. Like everything would be fine and good until you said the wrong thing, and then it's like, now I'm dead.
I don't know. I think he's more chill than that, man.
Probably,
Who's the
but it's like owning a pit bull, right? Like it's all fun and games until it's not.
Well, that's just it. I want to go out.
if
and,
he's going to
beg
behave
this
like a
guy.
pit bull, that means that you're going to get deep enough into the conversation that he's just on your lap licking your face at some point.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
And if anybody else fucks with you,
Yeah.
good luck to them.
I think my goal in that night would be to get a piggyback ride from Mike Tyson.
Oh, that'd be great.
I think that probably could happen.
Yeah, I could see that.
He actually seems like since he's gotten older, like he just
Chill.
chilled out.
But like,
Did you see his interview with Bill Burr?
Probably.
So he was on a podcast with Bill Burr, and they're sitting there smoking cigars and chilling. I don't even think they were high. And Bill Burr's like, "Fuck this," and da-da-da. And Mike Tyson just goes like, "Hey man, what are you actually mad at? 'Cause I don't think it's that. Like what happened? What?"
He like turned into a
What are-
therapist.
and-
I did
and-
see
and
that.
Bill Burr's like, "Well, fuck you, man." He's like, "No, see, that's what I mean. Like, you're not mad at me. I didn't do anything. So, what is it that you're actually mad at?" And I was like, "Holy fuck, I want to hang out with Mike Tyson."
Yeah.
I had no desire to hang out with Mike Tyson at any point up to that point, but then I saw that interview and I was like, I just want to walk around with him for like a day. I don't even need to drink. Like, I just want to see what your interactions are like with people.
And obviously he was cool. Like he used to own tigers and like, he's lived a cool life.
Well, his interaction with Tom Segura, how they met on a plane, made me want to hang out with him.
Okay.
Because just out of nowhere, he's like, Tom, I've been watching a lot of Netflix. He's like, what? He holds up like a DVD that Tom had just given him. He goes, I just gave that to you. He goes, it's the same picture. Yeah.
He had like a huge shift. So he did that one man show where he just like told his life story, and then he wrote that book. And a lot of that like goes back to he like went to therapy and he did all that kind of stuff. And he like realized
the Robin Given days were rough years for Mike.
But all of that where they literally essentially programmed him to be this animal.
Imagine being Mike Tyson's therapist.
Could you imagine the first year of that?
That's what I mean.
And you're just sitting there going like,
yeah, you're like, you literally, we have bulletproof glass in between us. We're going to talk like we're in prison. Pick up your phone. I'll pick up mine. Let's do this.
Like Rogan was talking about, like he had him on the show one time. And he actually, the reason why Rogan's got such a big table
is his reach.
is because Mike Tyson scared the fuck out of him. Like it used to be like half the size. And he was like, we need a bigger fucking table in here. Because Mike was like training for a fight. It was like an exhibition fight that might happen. And he clicked into training mode and he was just click. Rah, and was like scary as fuck. And he scared the shit out of Rogan.
I stand by my pit bull statement.
Yeah.
Would you rather
turn it on if you wanted to, sure.
Would you rather get punched by Mike Tyson or kicked by Joe Rogan?
Oh, fuck.
Rogan's got a fucking kick on it.
It's nasty.
It's nasty.
Where is the punch?
Doesn't
Where is
matter.
the
I'm going to go with
Right.
just shoot me.
Yeah,
I
agree.
You know what? Like,
Okay, Scott, I'm going to go the outside of your thigh is for both.
Shoot me.
oh,
I'll take a punch.
I'll
by
take a
Mike
punch.
Tyson.
By Mike Tyson?
On the
Has he got gloves on?
Does it matter?
Yeah, but it's
No.
on the thigh.
Gloves are meant to protect your hand,
Oh,
not the
no,
thing
no.
being hit. Like there's a
If it was upside the head, it would kill me from either one of them.
Oh, so instead of just shattering your femur,
You can recover from that.
shoot me.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm with
I still
you.
agree with shoot.
Yeah.
Shoot me.
But
Yeah, if I get to pick the like 9mm through and through, I'll take that.
Just shoot.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go with shot by Scott. That's the. If you ever get that phone call, buddy, that's like pick around
1,600
you know that
joules
I
of
got-
power.
Well, you know, if you don't die, I like you.
Shot by 13 people using a 22 caliber pistol using a flakjack.
Wow.
Nope. I'm good.
Okay, so now look up Rogan's.
It's right there. It's actually the next
He can kick.
800 to 1,000 pounds of force. That's not the same measurement,
Yeah, I don't know
but
how to convert that.
Yeah, what's 800 to
I
1,000
can't-
pounds to joules?
I can't believe they don't
Well, I
have a
think
standard form of measurement.
so.
for
By
this.
the way, 1,000
joules
pounds
is
of force.
more.
1,000 pounds of force would essentially. I'm gonna go get on your motorcycle,
and I'm going to hit you with
and I'm gonna hit you with it.
No.
That's a.
Does your torque wrench have joules on it?
No, it's got Newton meters.
Oh, Newton meters. Okay.
Nope. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Well, either
Awesome.
way, it'd suck.
Yeah. Yeah. But the outside of the thigh is like the best case scenario. I don't know where else on my body I would pick.
It's not going to make it hurt any less.
No. But everywhere else I think would be fatal.
No, but they did that. I just saw an exhibition thing where it was.
Okay, so 1,600 joules is 1,180.0994,389.
Okay, so that means that
so they're-
Tyson can throw a punch at the power of Joe Rogan's kick.
Oh, fuck me.
Just higher. 180 pounds
That's
per
true.
square
he
foot
can
higher.
punch you harder than Joe Rogan.
I don't think those 180
All
pounds
right.
per square inch really matter
You
at
don't
that
care
point.
Yeah.
So let's reverse this. Mike Tyson's kick or Joe Rogan's punch?
Tyson kick me.
If
Yeah,
Mike
I'll
Tyson,
take
Tyson can
Tyson's
kick me.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck.
Yeah.
I'll take Tyson's kick.
if Mike Tyson's punch and Joe Rogan's leg connected at the same time, it would give off the same amount of energy that happened in Hiroshima.
Yeah. This is starting to remind me of like the old Chuck Norris facts. You know what my favorite one was?
He doesn't do push-ups, he does earth downs.
The opening scene of Saving Private Ryan is loosely based on a dodgeball game that he played in the 8th grade. That's my favorite one. Oh, fuck.
Okay, intro the show.
Oh, yeah, we haven't done that.
Brought to you by warfightertobacco.com. Use the code FTVO. Screw yourself that sweet 15% off. wellness.us. They get their pay stuff up and running again.
I don't know, actually. I was quite busy over the weekend.
That's true. It's
I
true.
didn't get any.
So maybe go to Wellness.
Strong maybe.
You should still continue to keep them in your thoughts and prayers.
You should harass them until they get their shit working. Is what
Yeah,
you should do.
right? And
I'm sure there's an email on their website.
Freedom Friends 25 will get you a quarter off your order there. Check out Icy Tech coolers for those who get it. Go to icytech.com. Use the code Freedom Friends 10. Get you 10% off. And check out our affiliate link with Grill Your Ass Off. It's grillyourassoff.com.
Our celebrity affiliate link. He's
That's-
on national media.
That's true.
Yeah.
/ Freedom Friends podcast, or use Freedom Friends 15 at checkout. And
I had to
get
place
some good stuff for your meat.
my store had to place an order with
Yeah.
Grill Your Ass Off. They sent me back an email that's got the picture of the Fox News thing on the top of it. And he's like, due to the influx in popularity, and I almost texted Murph and I was like, fuck you, send my jerky.
I would have said, fuck you, cancel my order.
Yeah.
I was fucking with him, and he was like, I was thinking about you the whole time. I was like, I could tell you had a boner.
Yeah.
I was like, I knew.
I'm so happy for him though. It's fucking, it's all, and what I like is that he's got his popular because the quality's good.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Great quality.
because we
Yeah.
found it by accident. You had just started ordering their shit because you saw an ad and was just like,
I don't remember how we met, Murph.
do you remember that 4 years ago when we were doing the show, he had placed an order for the box of ass and we literally just had the jars on.
I needed.
Yep.
and then you
how did
started
this
sending
happen?
messages for recipes on something, and Murph actually just emailed him back. And then we met him at Burbiz,
Yeah.
and you got a piggyback ride from the donkey,
Oh, yeah. That was
AKA James.
and we were fucking got
Yeah.
hammered, and then and then after that we just
But we knew Murph before that, like John and I did.
That's a hilarious
no,
video.
we didn't know Murph
Did
at all
we
until
know?
you had ordered
No.
seasoning
We didn't.
because you found him on Instagram.
Yeah, because I found the seasoning. I ordered and I was like, holy fuck, this is really good.
And then you had sent like some recipe questions or some shit. And
Yeah, no, I wanted to make
Because
deer jerky.
He did the tins thing on the podcast before
That was
the
Well, that was
Bourbon.
before Burbiz.
yeah.
But it had started with you had
No.
ordered
Yeah.
seasoning.
that was after Burbis.
that was after.
Yeah, that was after.
Okay.
That was after. Yeah.
TBI.
Well, I remember because there's a hilarious video that exists somewhere, and it's Jack Mandeville giving an interview. And in the fucking background, you see me riding on the donkey.
And then I'm right
And
behind him,
Jazz is drunk as piss.
holding a bottle and
like
a glass, walking behind him like this.
Just walking. It's a hilarious video.
Because that's when Burbiz had those just those high top tables in the corners that just had bottles of bourbon all over them. And I walked by
It
and
was the one where you worked.
Yeah.
Like you worked.
you had worked it and they still had the bottles around. And he got a piggyback ride from a donkey. And I was like, okay. And we were changing positions. So I just picked the bottle up off the table and just followed it around. And
Well, John's joining us at Burbiz this year, I think.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Fucking
we'll both be at.
that look of it. You just, your fucking face. Just
I'm not.
Yeah.
Well, so we'll be at SHOT Show, right? And then we come back, we fly home, and we're here for 2 days, and then we turn around and we fly back for another 5 or 6 days in Vegas for the trade show.
Yeah.
Fucking shoot me.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I'm not going to lie. Vegas Burbiz burnt me out on Burbiz. That was
It's
enough.
a lot.
That was
It's fun, though.
one and done.
Last year's wasn't as crazy.
No,
San Antonio's-
last year's was weird.
San Antonio's was fun.
Yeah.
The funnest part about Burbiz last year is when I tipped the fucking waiter.
Fucking hero of the day right there.
We
But they
could.
moved it out of House of Blues, right?
It's back to the House of Blues.
Was it?
Yeah.
That's way better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because last year it wasn't. Last year it was in like that weird fucking brewery place in the mall.
That it took forever to find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it, like above the Palazzo or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it was a weird fucking spot. But it's true though. Fucking, we were having shitty service, and then Scott was like, "Listen, I'm gonna give you this. Don't let my shit get empty." And the guy was like, "Say less, bro." Like,
We all had two in our hand.
at least two. At least two. There was many a times where it was like, "Fuck, this is a quadruple now," and this so you were like, "Fuck."
So I got an update from O Wellness. Their payment processor is not up and running yet. They are waiting for lab results on the new products because they deal with CBD and all that fun stuff.
It's all got to be regulated.
Yep. And so they the products are at an independent lab being tested right now. As soon as the results get back and get forwarded over to the payment processor, everything's going to be good, up and running.
But you know what? I think that also says a lot about the quality of that product. That it is all. It's not just.
Jazz wasn't here last week. Tell him about the new shit.
There's a new freeze gel.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The other freeze gel was 500 milligrams. The
Yeah.
new one's 2,000.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, let's double it twice.
I'm into it.
Yeah. But it says a lot about wellness and the fact that, it's hey, we're just going to halt this until everything is at the quality that we guarantee that it's at.
And
then we'll open it back up.
Right.
Like that's
that. And I mean, this, I don't know. I don't know if it's the time of year or if it's still the COVID situation, but people are definitely not moving with a purpose.
Oh my God. Okay. So COVID situation. This reminds me of an interaction I've had with one of my major vendors since I was last on the show. And because you guys also deal with vendors and all that kind of stuff, you're going to appreciate that. So I have a major vendor that I spend a legitimate amount of money with. We're not talking about like...
I order $500.
No. Yeah.
We're a big vendor.
We're talking about like...
large orders.
Could have bought a house.
Sure.
With the amount of money I've spent with this vendor.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean like stroked a check, bought a house kind of money.
Yeah.
So I have not been real noisy. And the reason is I make a lot of money with this vendor. So I spend a lot of money with this vendor. It makes sense, right? I'm sure you were that way with like SIG and stuff like that. It's
certain vendors you don't want to cause a ruckus.
Because they make you money.
Yeah.
However, this situation had gotten it was beyond the pale where it was just like, okay.
This is the one you told me about the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is fucking ridiculous.
So this company does a weekly release.
Yeah.
So there's a new product every week that comes out with these guys on top of the core product that I have to carry and stuff like that. So it's a lot. It's a lot of maintenance and da 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 da. Well, my new release just didn't show up.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, my only point of contact is my sales rep. Like that's it. There's no.
You're getting worked up. Give me that.
No, okay.
All right, continue.
Holding a razor.
So I was on the phone with my rep, find this out, and I was like, okay, I know this isn't you. I understand that. You were literally just the guy that takes my orders. You have no control past this. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to find your fucking boss, and you're just going to go ahead and tell your boss that they need to warn their boss that I'm fucking coming. Like, that's just where we're at with this. So I made enough noise that my phone rings the next day, and it is the director of sales for all of North America.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's fucking find a solution.
Yeah.
So I go through my list of grievances that are going on so far, and he goes like, well, these are a lot of declarative statements. And I was like, do not get into rhetoric models with me. This is not the conversation that we're going to have. I don't give a shit what GW told you that your canned responses are going to be. We're not getting into rhetoric models. You're not going to turn this back around to where I'm making declarative statements and I have some sort of straw man argument. We can get back into whatever rhetoric model for discussion that you think you're going to get into. It's not going to fly. And he's like, well, I'm getting a little heated. A lot of these decisions are things that I made. And I was like, good. Maybe I'll get some fucking honesty out of you. So, and he was like, well, and he was like, I've been here 6 years. And I was like, and I've been dealing with you for 2 years. And I have this level of frustration, which means every decision that I've been upset with in the last 2 years has been yours. So you've already admitted fault on the fact that everything that pissed me off is you. So we're going to get into this fucking thing. Well, with equal and fair. And I was like, I don't care about equal and fair. I don't. And I was like, I don't give a shit about your top 200. I don't give a shit about equal and fair because the rest of that doesn't pay my bills. Me selling product pays my bills. Your inability to deliver product affects my ability to pay my bills. I was like, when I started with you, I was getting delivery in 4 days. It's now at 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And this motherfucker's like, well, we had to shut down in April of 2020. And I was like, and it is now December of 2023.
She's like, I didn't even have a store then, bro.
And I was like, so what you're telling me is that you are so fucked up that in 3.5 years, you haven't been able to figure out how to take tiny boxes and put them in larger boxes and fucking send them to me. The North American division of your company has absolutely nothing to do with product development. They have nothing to do with game development. They have nothing to, they don't even handle the social media. That is all handled in a foreign country. You are a warehouse that does nothing but takes tiny boxes and puts them in larger boxes.
Yep.
That's your whole goddamn job. And you are so inefficient at what the fuck you do that you have accelerated from 4 days to 3 fucking weeks under your leadership, which means the disappointment and your entire fucking customer base falls on your shoulders.
Yep.
So you tell me how the fuck you're going to rectify this situation, or should I have to change my sales model and continue to disappoint your customer base, who, by the way, now knows it is your company that is continuing to piss them off, not me as a store, that they need to continue expectations of disappointment from your firm.
Mm-hmm. It's a valid point.
Sounds like a conversation we need to have with certain Pelican.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he was like,
I have a list.
Certain vendor we need to talk
I have a
to.
list of
And this
vendors
guy
that I
goes
could have
like-
this conversation with.
well, that's why when I was like, no. You instituted new policies that increase the amount of steps I have to go through to give you money.
Yeah.
I'm going to clue you in on something. Retailers don't want increased processes to spend money.
Yeah. I want to give you money, and I want you to give me product.
I was like, I'm not even on terms with you. I literally pay cash for everything I get from you. So you don't even float me. I literally pay you up front. You would think that since you're not even floating it, you're getting the money right away. You would figure out how to prioritize those shipments, because the more you send me, the more I spend.
Right.
And but Jez, your sales numbers aren't there. Oh, but company.
Oh, no.
It's because you can't give me product to fucking make my sales.
And he was like, well, we have to look at sales numbers or whatever. And I was like, yeah. So you need to go check the recordings where my rep told me I'm his number one account. And I'm his number one account by tens of thousands of dollars, which means that my number two competitor, as far as my rep is concerned, would literally need months of me not spending to even catch up.
Right.
So you're telling me that at that spend level, we need to look at those distribution models? Or is it just you would rather be able to kick back and collect that corporate paycheck without actually finding real solutions? So this is where I told my rep, he needs to warn his boss, I'm guessing you, and you need to warn your boss. And since I know this is all recording, I'm going to go ahead and get on the recording that I'm requesting you accelerate this further, or you bring me a solution that's actually conducive to me continuing doing business.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, so since I spend probably double what your salary is, they're not going to be overly happy if an account like me decides that they're just going to go elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Remarkably, 3 days later, I had this huge shipment show up with all the product that I was fucking missing. And I was like, motherfucker, I don't want to be that fucking guy.
Well, here's
the squeaky wheel gets the oil.
3.5 years later, and you still want to tell me it's, because of the COVID situation.
Yep.
Fuck off.
Yeah, that's fucking dog shit.
Squeaky wheel gets the oil.
But what people often don't realize, and I think this goes across any kind of like customer service like encounter, right? Is if you were calm and logical and fucking beat them at their own game.
Hard to argue with that.
It's real hard to argue with that, man. And it like, because they end up coming off like an asshole.
Yeah.
So, but when the problem, and I'm fucking just as guilty of this as anybody, we have fucking short tempers. And they push that fucking button and we'll be like,
tried.
fuck you.
So John, if you don't know this, you have 24 minutes of calm and logical.
I have, but
After that,
but it's not
no longer calm
because
or
it's
logical.
with me, it's not time based. It is logic based. I'm going to give you every opportunity
for 24 minutes.
No, I'm going to give you
That's a hell of a chance.
I'm going to give you every opportunity to explain to me what the issue is and how we're going to resolve it.
24 minutes is a fucking long conversation.
Now
Finding out what the issue is easy.
Yeah,
having them resolve it is the hard part. That's about
because-
24 minutes, and they're like, "Well, I don't know."
because
You're asking them to do
Okay.
extra shit.
Game on.
they pass John around from one person to the other.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, 24 minutes was 38 minutes ago for the last two people ago.
Yeah,
I'm just fucking pissed.
that's
at
it.
you. Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to explain to you the situation. Don't interrupt me, so that way we have the full thing. You're going to hear all of it, both sides, because I'm not going to leave it out. I'm not going to say that your guys didn't do something. You did, and I'm going to put it out there. But I'm also going to tell you that the problem is still here. We don't have a solution. The whole goal of all of this is to come up with a solution.
Did you get your insurance squared away?
Yes, I did.
Good.
The whole goal is to come up with a solution.
Thanks for insuring my truck, by the way.
Oh, here for you, buddy. Here, anybody else want to jump on? Just call Geico. Let them know that you
Yeah.
just get on my policy.
I did just buy a new one.
But when they don't have a solution, like if somebody, if say a customer orders a product, right, and they get confirmation, they get a shipping, and then there's fucking nothing. And they call that company, hey, I got shipping confirmation, but the tracking doesn't work and I have no package that showed up. It's been 2 weeks. What's going on? Right? If that company was like, well, I don't know, and hangs up the phone, which is essentially what these vendors are doing to us, then it's just, okay, you call back. Hey, I have a problem and it's on you guys. I paid you for a service and a product and you guys haven't delivered it yet.
We ordered something. I'm not sure what it was. But we ordered something in August. Because
I was like, what the fuck is that?
Because we were trying to be very proactive to get these before like Black Friday and Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it was, but something that we ordered in August, and he's like, yeah, it'll be a week.
Well, no,
August.
The best part was, the container got held up in customs. No problem. I get it, right? I totally understand that. Awesome. I'll check back in a week or two. We'll see if it moved. I get how customs works.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
But 2 weeks later, hey man, last I checked, that container was hung up customs. Do you guys get clearance? Do you guys get in stock? Like are you working on the engravings? Like what's going on? Where are we sitting with this? Oh, actually, we don't know when we're receiving those. Okay, now I'm fucking pissed.
Yep.
Because not only did I wait an extra 2 weeks to actually get legitimate information, you fucking lied to me.
Yeah, you're blowing smoke.
All you had to do is tell me the truth and give me an accurate timeline, and I'd have been totally okay with it. But you fucking lied to me.
Here's another scenario. We're discontinuing some products. Here's all that we have left. Okay, we'll take all of them. They're on back order.
Yeah, they're not going to ship till January.
What the fuck?
What?
Huh? It makes no sense.
Fucking
Pelican.
This same company that
I don't give
I'm
a
talking
fuck
about.
anymore. Don't care.
This same company that I'm talking about, I had products on order for customers. And we're not talking about a special order. This was a product that was supposed to be released and supposed to be the new release. They couldn't do it. I had products, I had customers waiting 11 and a half months
God damn.
for their product to show up. And I kept going to the customers going, please let me give you credit towards something else.
Yeah.
Like, let me handle this because they're not going to.
Yeah.
Like, and because they're regulars, they were like, nope, you didn't do this.
They're like,
I'm
nope,
holding
fuck
out.
them.
And I was like, this same company's great too. 3 week shipping, 4 week shipping to get product from them when I do order. And what they like to do is I order it as soon as I hang up with the rep, I can open my bank app and see the charge.
Oh, I love it.
See,
And then it's a month before I see anything. And I'm like, you know what? I fucking love loaning you guys money
Right.
for a month or whatever.
Right.
I'm half tempted to go to terms just so you have to float it. Because if you're going to take a month to ship
Yeah.
it to me,
it's true.
and this company's net 45.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, if you're going to take a month to ship it to me,
You know why?
and then I get 45 days to
you know,
fucking,
You know why they're not 45?
because they take a month to fucking get it to you.
They know
Yeah.
how they work. Yeah.
It's insane. It's insane.
Yeah. So did you finally get Christmas all set up in your house?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I saw it.
Did you get a live tree this year or no?
I will never do a live tree.
Oh, I was gonna say you got to do it once,
No.
just so you can name it.
No.
Why not?
Name it.
Yeah, you're gonna name it Amy Winehouse because all it does is die and leave needles everywhere.
Yahtzee. That's a fun one.
That's out of the blue.
No, it all got set up. Mikey saw it the other
Yeah.
day. He came by the house.
Yeah. Yeah, Jess called.
Mikey did me a solid. So
Jess calls me.
No, you called me.
Well, you called me the night before. And
Yeah, so you called-
I was getting my beard done.
No, you
right?
called me.
And then so I called him back like the next day, and I was like, "Hey,
next
buddy."
morning. Yeah.
I was like, "I missed your call yesterday, and it spaced. I didn't mean to." I was like, I didn't call you back. What's going on?" And we're sitting there bullshitting. And he sounds like fucking death. And he's like, "Well, Caitlin's out of town. She's got the car, and so I got to ride the bike." And I look outside, and it's fucking dumping. And I'm like, "Yeah, you're not riding your bike in this." And I was like, "I'm gonna come pick you up, man." And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "I'm gonna come and give you a ride because you're not riding in this. You're already
I'm not
sick,
gonna lie,
bro.
I felt like shit. So the
You looked like shit."
day before, Caitlin had a work thing in Austin, and they put her in a hotel and stuff. She was gone for 3 days. The day before, I rode the bike up there. By the end of the day, I was literally, I was so short of breath and like coughing up shit and stuff that I was lightheaded. I almost called John and was like, I know this is a big ask, but could two of you come and will you grab my bike
Yeah.
and somebody drive me home? Because I'm not sure.
Right.
Like I was having trouble walking. And so I was like, I'm not really sure I should be fucking ripping this bike home. Like
The last couple times I've been sick, I've never thought about like, I should. What would it be like riding a motorcycle right now?
Right?
No.
As long as you're
fuck all
not
that.
sneezing, 'cause that's the worst. When you sneeze in a helmet, because you can't get a hand in there fast enough, and you're just riding, and you're like, whoopah! And then you look and you open your eyes, and your whole fucking screen's covered. You're like, God damn it!
No, this was one of those. The cough was so bad that when the cough would let go, like my head, like the world was spinning for a minute before I got enough air back. And I almost called you and was like, bro, you're one of the few people I would let actually fucking ride this thing.
Go.
Like, would you fucking come get this thing home? Because I'm not gonna make it. And but I did. So, but yeah, he called me the next morning and I was like, yeah, I gotta get on the bike and whatever. And he's like, you're not fucking riding. I was like, you sure? And he was like, yeah, I'll fucking come get you.
Dude, I'm coming to get you. Like, so,
I bought you coffee though.
You did. And so we go to Dutch Bros Coffee,
Yeah.
which don't get me wrong.
I appreciate you for saying Dutch Bros.
Okay.
There's so many people in Texas that are like, have you been to Dutch Brothers? And I'm like, no, I haven't.
No, that's Dutch Bros. Yeah. So we go to Dutch Bros, which is, I honestly, I like their coffee. It's not bad. There is one aspect of the experience of going to Dutch Bros that I cannot fucking stand, and it is that every person there wants to ask you about your day.
Yeah,
and it's like, bro, you're talking to me before I've had fucking coffee.
Yeah.
I would like to stab you in the fucking neck with a knife.
I think
All
we
right.
need to just lead with that.
Yeah. Oh, I have. I've just been like, haven't had coffee yet, man.
I am 26 feet away from something that's going to stop me from murdering you. So
Yeah.
I appreciate if you just shut the fuck up.
Right? Like, just fucking, are you out of your fucking mind with your small talk weird shit? Like, what the fuck?
Doing anything fun today?
Yeah, dude, what are
Yeah,
your
but-
plans for the day? None of your fucking business, barista. Fuck
I'm about
off.
to bash your head off that espresso machine if you don't make my goddamn coffee.
No, the questions we got were
But
fucking
this
great.
one was hilarious. This experience is Jazz and I in my truck, and we pull up, and the first thing she's like, "Are you guys brothers?" We're like, and without missing a beat, me and Jazz are like, "Yeah, obviously."
She asked, she was like, "Are you two twins?"
Does that mean
That's what it was.
does that mean Jazz and I are brothers too?
Yeah.
Because we were brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
So we're sitting there. And she's
I
like,
have
are
a
you
feeling
two?
this is some weird Eskimo.
They were like,
shit.
are you guys? She goes, "Are you two twins?" And we're like, "No." And you're like, "Were you brothers?" And we're like, "Well, obviously."
Obviously.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "The funny thing is he's actually the little one." Like,
Did you ever see it raised up?
yeah.
And I'm like, have you ever seen that movie Twins? Sort of the same deal. Just a cum milkshake, lady. I'm like, fuck. Or a latte, or whatever the fuck you understand. I don't know. It was ridiculous.
They're all BL friendly. I ordered a
And it's
drink
like,
called
do
the
you guys
Double
want-
Torture, and I'm like, don't talk. If I start with, "Can I get a double torture?" I'm not here for a conversation.
Right?
Or a coffee.
Yeah, no,
I'm here to have heart palpitations and a mean shit. All right. And I don't need your goddamn cheerful attitude right now. So what are you guys up to today? None of your business, man.
Can I take your
Fuck outta
fucking
here.
order?
I'm getting coffee, goddammit. That's what I'm doing today.
Yeah, right? Like, dude, I haven't planned my next fucking 2 hours, all right? Because I'm either doing something illegal or drinking this coffee, and you better fucking be quick with it.
Either way, I'm not answering that question.
Now give me my fancy shit with the soft top, because fucking daddy's a princess.
You get whipped cream on yours?
Soft top, it's basically the
the
same
soft
thing.
top, man. I just like because all of the caffeine is underneath the soft top, so you have a soft top and a power bottom.
Oh,
Hey.
I get it.
I have a hard time going to Dutch Bros Coffee because Dutch Bros is my dry cleaning place, so it feels weird.
Huh. It's true.
Yeah.
It's called Dutch Bros.
Yeah.
Never thought about that, but that's true. Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was
When I order coffee, I typically don't order off the menu. I always ask them, and I'm like, how many shots are in your large? And they're like, whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. Add 2 to that. And then we'll add some flavors. Like
That place, though, they have a drink literally just called the 6-shooter.
that's this right here.
Yep.
Because I don't even explain.
Yep.
I say 6-shooter, large hot 6-shooter, vanilla instead of caramel. And they're like, too easy.
That's on the grind.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't go there anymore. And this is hilarious why. And so
It's already funny.
I go through the drive-through one time and I'm with Haley and the kids. And the fucking like 19-year-old child at the window, she batting her eyelashes a little bit, you know, and like Haley was about to fucking get out of the car and drag that little bitch out of the booth and beat the piss out of her. She's like, she fucking, as soon as she's like, she asks me a question about like, do you want whipped cream or something? And I was like, no, yeah, whatever. And then she goes back in and she shuts the window and Haley's like, do you want whipped cream? like she's like, this bitch bats her eyelashes one more time. I'm gonna fucking rip them off. And I'm just like, God.
At least you're not in Oregon, right?
Yeah, right. But
They
anyway,
have
But
those
they
in
know what they're
Arizona
doing.
too.
It's all for. I mean, it's all for tips. It's the whole reason.
Yeah.
Like the employee that I've talked about.
yeah,
I have one that works for me.
it's like I'm not the kind of guy that thinks strippers like him.
Yep. I have one
They
that.
just want your money. The girls downtown don't love you. God damn it.
Yeah, dude. Like, I got bad news for
We've
you
been
guys.
taught that since I was 19.
I have a girl that works for me, and she flirts with every motherfucker that walks through my door.
As she should.
And the tips that I pay out to her every Monday are
Yeah.
fucking ginormous. And,
Yeah.
and she's married.
That's-
and
Bro, that's the name of the game.
I'm like, yeah, it's just every single one in there. There's like, you know, she provides outstanding customer service. And I'm like, I bet she does.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and
Do you have comment cards? You should.
it was part of her interview.
You know what you got to
process.
do
She was sitting there-
next time
you
a customer
should get comment
I
cards.
should.
next time a customer says that to you, all you should say to the customer is, "What color are your eyes?"
Yeah.
Dude, you get comment cards. We'll read them on the show.
No, you should do one of those. You should do one of those things where they get a discount if they do a survey.
Yeah.
And then your survey, you just ask fucked up questions.
Like, what color are her eyes?
You cannot move on without answering this question correctly.
This girl showed up to our Christmas party because we had our ugly Christmas sweater, white elephant Christmas extravaganza at the store last Friday. And she showed up in a fucking sweater that said Santa's favorite hoe.
Atta girl. Atta girl.
And she knows what she's doing. When I hired her, she was like, what's the dress code? And all I said was like, I'm going to tell you this. If I had tits, I could rule the fucking world.
True story.
And she went, cool, dress like a hoe. Got it. And she's delivered every fucking time.
She's like, all right. So more Ojos Locos, not so much Hooters. Ojos Locos is a local establishment that has skanks working there.
Yeah.
For all of you out there that don't know what that is.
Speaking of drive-through coffee places, why doesn't San Antonio have one of those fucking bikini coffee places yet?
I don't know. They had them in Maryland, which was hilarious in the winter.
I have an answer, but it's not politically correct.
What? Because everybody's too fat in San Antonio for a bikini place? Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
You've been to a strip club in San Antonio?
Yeah. It's
They're
vitamin.
terrible.
It's
Now imagine
San Antonio
the
is
C team making coffee at 5 a.m. You know what I mean? Like
San Antonio is the city of vitamin T.
Yeah.
So it's tacos and tamales and
Sweet tea.
and sweet. It's
that is 50-50 sugar and tea.
Yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong, I appreciate it. I like all that. But yeah, I agree with you.
That's why.
I'd have to agree.
Like you might be able to do it in San Marcos or Austin.
You might pull it off over by like UTSA. Like maybe.
It's I don't know.
It's interesting.
Careful.
Easy there.
My fingers are wet. It's slick. It's heavy.
The last time we had one of these bottles, it fucking ended interesting.
Yeah.
The next day wasn't interesting. The next day fucking sucked.
Yeah.
I can't believe we took that shit to the face.
Yeah.
Casually.
I can't believe I just have more and more of these bottles. Jesus.
Well,
I'm about ready to bust out that.
We need like one bottle and we just need a barrel with a fucking spigot.
yeah.
And then we just refill these off the barrel.
You know, they have the Jägermeister tap thing.
Yeah.
Is there a Jameson one?
Well, so you can put any liquid in those.
Yeah, but I want it branded.
Most places don't serve James.
fuck it, dude. I've
Chill.
got a vinyl cutter. Just fucking let's get one and we'll just put a fucking logo.
Oh, there you go.
Banging beans.
Yeah, but
With
it's
a
going to be on
Z.
the west side, which means they're all going to be C-section scarred and fucking having fucking big fake eyelashes,
Fuck
man.
it. They're also gonna look like they could eat
Beans.
that tamale through a fucking picket fence.
Yeah. Fuck out of here on the west side. It's the same reason if one of my buddies is like, bro, I need help. I'm like, cool, where you at? He's like, by fucking SeaWorld. I'm like, sorry, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like,
The way my gas tank works.
yeah, fuck you, dude. I'm not taking an hour and a half one way.
One way.
Yeah. C cups for mediums, D cups for larges. That's hilarious. B's are small. Hey, no waste more than a mouth.
A cup is just a shot of espresso.
Attaboy. No waste more than a mouthful. Fuck it.
Huh. Oh, there you go.
Huh.
Ask and you shall receive, sir.
That was in April of this year. And they're not open yet?
Fuck them.
Oh, they are open. Just kidding.
Banging beans.
Click on the pictures. See if, see if it's worth the drive.
You see that treasure? Look at that treasure trail. The C section's fucking galore. That
Got a fanny pack to
that
cover.
fatty pack ain't fooling nobody, sweetheart. Oh man.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Fucking act like
I'm all good. I'm not driving over for that.
Yeah, dude. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. I know what I'm talking about. And that was the ones they used as the models. Can you imagine the B team on Tuesday shift? Fuck.
Like a Wednesday morning.
Right? Like midweek, just fucking rough. Yeah. See? It's almost like I've done this before. Oh, fuck, man.
Justin, what
Hey,
is in current events?
I'm a colonel.
Yeah, oh, you are a colonel.
I'm a colonel now.
Okay, more importantly, I'm very excited. I'm going to see this new dog.
Oh, you getting?
Yay.
You gonna go see him?
Yeah, we're going to go meet her.
Nice. Oh, it's another lady.
It is.
Oh, a little. You know what? I like ladies.
Yeah.
I
I'm
like the lady dogs.
trying to get more bitches in my house.
There you go. There you go. Right now, I got a 1-to-1 ratio. Got a 1-to-1.
Wow.
What?
Pope
Yeah.
Francis allows priests to
I
bless
like this
same-sex
fucking
couples.
guy.
You know,
Nevertheless, did not
mean-
amend the traditional doctrine of the church about marriage. So, in other words, he's like,
That's
we're going to
because
do
the
it,
traditional
but
doctrine has to be
Doesn't
same-sex
really
marriage so that you make more Catholics.
yeah. Same-sex couples because it would undermine church doctrine that marriage is only between a man and a woman. But the new rule made it clear that a blessing of the same-sex couple was not the same as a marriage sacrament. A former, okay. So essentially, they're like, all right, you can bless them, but you're not going to do the rite. It's a different thing. That makes sense. That keeps everybody happy. I'm cool with that. Cool with that.
yeah.
Why?
My take on same-sex marriage.
Oh,
And the reason why I'm pro same-sex marriage is because I think about people on their deathbed, right? I think about it's like they're not allowed to be in there, or they weren't allowed to be in there because they're not fucking family on paper.
no, it's
Fuck you, man. They spent their entire lives together.
I'm
They're
more,
best friends.
I'm more
It is.
30,000 foot view on it. I don't give a fuck who you want to marry because your marriage has absolutely nothing to do with mine.
Oh no, I agree. That's my libertarian thinking.
So-
yeah,
right?
But why can't you be gay and religious?
Okay.
But,
Well, who's got that kind of? Well, gay people got that kind of money.
Look, let's put it this way. Fine, let's go the entire religious aspect.
Right.
You're against a dude fucking a dude or a chick fucking a chick. You're against it. However, it all started with just a dude and a chick. And then they had 2 sons. But yet we have more people. So you're not cool with a dude fucking a dude, but you're cool with a dude fucking his mom.
And then his sister.
Huh.
So
And then his
So if you're going to
cousins.
go straight doctrine, you're cool with incestuous incestuous copy making, but you're not cool with a dude fucking a dude.
this is always a question that
the way
I've
your
had.
mind works, I so appreciate sometimes.
But like
Like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? What came first, the incest?
So
You can
so
fuck your
I-
mom, but you can't
I-
fuck your,
I
you
have
can't
a-
fuck another dude.
I have a legitimate question for you guys. Right. You guys have all been married. Actually, technically, we've all been married on the show. When you got married, were you looking for approval for somebody outside of your relationship or family?
No.
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 I wasn't looking for
Okay.
approval from anyone.
So the first one, I was looking for free shit.
Yeah. But the point that I'm getting to with this is, so you have a same-sex marriage that are looking for approval from somebody outside their relationship or family.
Yeah. You have to be cool with it.
Why?
That's always been my question.
So I break it down a little bit more, right? So the church says it's a sin to be gay. Right.
Okay, so then just don't go
But-
to church if you're gay.
No. But
Problem solved.
the church also says all sins are equal.
And they're all forgiven if you repent.
And we're all
This,
fucking
you
sinners.
guys are,
and we're all sinners.
you
right?
guys are mixing
why does it
religions right now.
I don't care.
So
You're mixing religions. So Old
not.
Testament,
Old
yes.
Testament.
So
yes.
Leviticus 20:13, he who lies with a man as though one was a woman, both of them committed an abomination,
Yeah.
the blood will be upon their own heads, right? So yeah, Catholic school. Okay, and,
It also
wearing the t-shirt.
Same, but didn't pay attention.
So like
it also says that you're not allowed to touch the skin of a dead animal.
it does.
It also says you're not allowed to wear gold.
This is all Old Testament.
This is the same book in the Old Testament.
It's all Leviticus.
You're
It's
not
the
allowed to
laws
wear,
of God.
You're not allowed to wear gold. However, if you get married in the Catholic Church, they will let you exchange gold rings.
Yep.
But you're not supposed to wear gold. So, and if all sins are equal, and Catholicism still recognizes that
You're
sin
talking
is-
Old Testament. Catholicism is more New Testament.
I understand, but we are talking about. He's saying that you can bless them, but you can't.
They won't do the sacrament.
They won't
right.
do the sacrament right.
Right.
So, I am also of the argument that Catholics aren't Christians. Catholics are Catholics.
Mhm.
I believe it should have its own definition. There is Catholicism and then there is Christianity. And those are two very separate things.
So then there's Greek Orthodox, which is way the fuck up there.
Yeah. So,
That's the hardcore.
but that comes down to if all sins are created equal and for God so loved the earth that he gave his only begotten son in order to die for the sins of
This is all New Testament stuff. Yeah,
which is New Testament.
sure.
Which also says that he came to abolish the old law and establish the new, which means that all Old Testament law actually doesn't apply. If you were following the teachings of Christ, then everything within the Old Testament is actually made null and void.
Correct.
So all of this, you have to go into Catholics don't want gay marriage because gay marriage doesn't make copies. And
It's a
Catholics
business.
need more Catholics
It's a
because more
business.
Catholics means more
So
tithing.
if the New Testament
So-
supersedes the Old Testament, why is the Old Testament in the same book the New Testament's in?
Because it's still the story.
Do you want to know why? It's because some king decided that he's going to rewrite it because it
Absolutely.
controls his population.
Would that be James?
That would be King James. And
because
there's
the
also
Council of-
question.
The Council of Nicaea never actually discussed what was being held within the Old Testament,
No,
otherwise
that was
known
all-
as the Torah.
that was all New
So-
Testament.
so-
stuff.
If you're going to just follow the Old
OG.
Testament,
Yep. That's
So
then you're a Jew.
it's the Torah.
Yeah, you're a
it's-
Jewish
it doesn't
person.
apply to new religion.
So
I agree.
I grew up Lutheran, and
Okay.
I went through the Bible. Never once was
Sir,
I taught.
we are the Diet Coke of Catholics.
yes.
He also grew up Lutheran.
But I never once was ever told that the New Testament superseded anything Old Testament.
Well, you're a follower of Christ.
Right.
Christ wasn't in the Old
So
Testament.
how did you learn that the New
It
Testament
says it.
It's in there. I believe Luke. I believe it's in Luke
Okay.
that Christ came to.
Christ came to abolish the old law and establish the new.
Somebody
it's
didn't
the-
do their homework.
It's
one
the
week.
it's the
It's
new
in the book.
covenant. The new covenant.
Right. It's the establishment of the new covenant. I am here to abolish the old law and establish the new.
So in
Not one stone standing.
So the New Testament doesn't bash gays at all.
No,
No,
not once.
not at all. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure JC was okay with the gay.
There you go.
I honestly think that. Like, I mean, he was cool with the prostitutes. He was
kept
cool
a-
with everybody else.
He kept a
loved.
lot of dudes awful close.
He loved all of God's children.
Right.
Right. He died for everybody. He didn't say everybody but them queers. That wasn't the case.
That was not.
So, you
Right.
know, so
Which is actually hilarious because the accumulation of wealth within the Christian church actually goes entirely against the teaching of it, which is that a rich man will have a harder time or entering the kingdom of heaven.
we can talk hypocrisy all day. Matter of fact, Christ said that.
It is
Quote.
easier to pass a camel through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven.
Yep,
That is actually in the New Testament, which is the establishment
in
of the
3
new-
books.
Well,
which is
clearly they didn't have a ninja back then.
Yeah.
Because I can get that camel through the eye of a needle easy with one of those.
what, like a camel crush or like a
ninja.
camel?
No,
what?
like a ninja food
No,
processor.
ninja food broth.
Gotcha.
That with a little funnel.
But a needle,
We'll make it fit.
the reference was not a needle. An eye of a needle. Can you look that up for me? It referenced something else. It was like a pathway.
What do you mean?
He'll look it up. But it wasn't a needle like we know. The eye of a needle meant something else.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, that's the other thing is that it's all metaphoric speaking,
Yeah.
right? There's so much metaphor written inside of those.
It's not,
those-
it's not a
term you're
metaphor.
looking for
It's,
is parable.
but this is
What?
this is
Parable.
this is literal.
It is.
Yeah, but what is an eye of, what is the needle?
Is it easier for a camel to pass through Luke?
It says a needle, not the needle.
Okay.
But I thought it meant something else.
Mm-mm.
I'm,
It's not. It's referring to the fact that you have.
well, it's
Also, you need to understand
There's
that
also why
at the
priests take
time-
a vow of poverty.
you
as well.
also need to understand that at the time, a camel was considered a symbol of wealth.
Right.
Still is.
Camels were
Still-
and they're still used within that culture.
Yeah.
And so the idea of you have this thing that's of value
Right.
passing through something small, it would be easier to do that than it is for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. And so, but we like to pick and choose. So we love to do,
Hence the Council of Nicaea.
well, and you know, we complain about it now. We've talked about it when in modern politics that they like to do sound bites. You take just this sentence.
Yeah.
What is this sentence? It's like, well, you took it out of context and da-da-da. Religion's been doing it forever. So we love to pick and choose. And it's like,
Well-
it's in a, you know, for one man to lay with another is an abomination and da-da-da.
And admittedly, I've never read the Torah. And I'll say that. I've never read the Torah because I don't speak Hebrew. I don't read Hebrew. And the real
But they
deal
make it
is,
in English.
they do, but but the thing is that that's been translated, right? That's been
Yeah.
translated though, all right? And just like the King James version of the Bible.
There's a lot that's
the
lost
Bible
in
was-
translation.
there's a lot of stuff
Originally,
that
it was not written in English.
it could have been changed.
What?
No shit. But like
So it's been translated way before Google Translate was a thing.
millions of times, right? So there's a theory out there, and I don't know how much this holds, but there's a theory where the Leviticus 20:13 that I recited a bit ago actually didn't say that. It was originally written, "He who lies with a child,"
Yeah.
Yeah.
as though one was a woman. All right, and it's supposed, and so people.
It's an
who are like-
anti-pedophile.
It's an anti-pedophile thing, which to me
That doesn't
would
fit with
make
the Catholic,
sense.
but that doesn't fit with the Catholic model.
No,
Correct.
So what happened? is the first priest that got caught, they're like, "Ooh, we need to change this."
And if it's a child, even if it's a boy child, doesn't mean
the thing is, though, that was probably a Pharisee that got caught.
A what?
A Pharisee,
Yeah.
probably, because I'm pretty sure there were still pieces of shit back then. Like,
Well, there's a piece
Well,
of shit now.
Of course
Yeah.
it was.
I'm going to tell you right now. If you lead a religion, you're probably a piece of shit.
more than likely.
But I,
Like motherfucker.
I do appreciate the Catholic Church because I thought they would be the last, right? I think Lutherans have been okay with the gays for a minute, but
Well, it
Yeah,
depends.
The last will be Greek Orthodox. Greek
Missouri-
Orthodox won't bend.
Missouri Synod, no.
right,
Some of the ELCA,
yeah.
yeah. I grew up Missouri Synod. Missouri Synod, like they don't allow women.
What does that mean?
So,
Well, see,
as in
Missouri
all religions,
had a big thing to do with the religion.
big
back
as in,
patriarchy?
as in all religions, no religion is unified. So you have all of these different divisions that exist. So even in Lutherans, there's like the ELCA, which is the Evangelical Lutheran Church of America. You have the Missouri Synod.
And way back in the day, in the Missouri Synod, like 1980 or so, they.
Go ahead.
I mean, I don't know. Right?
No, you're doing
Like,
great, buddy.
Why Missouri?
So it does have to do with that. It started in a division of Missouri, and then it branched out from there. They are more traditionalist, so they're closer to Catholicism than anything else. And then you have the ELCA, the Evangelical Lutheran Church of America. But like Missouri Synod, which is what I grew up in, Like
So-
you can't have women
So
as a
why-
pastor. You can't have women as a deacon. Like it's all men led. And the ELCA allows women to become pastors and all that kind of stuff.
So why didn't they just follow the original gospel?
Well, tell me which one's original. I mean, the Gospel of St. Thomas says that if you split a log, so you will find me. If you break a stone, there I am, that is a disciple. His writings would have been gospel because he had direct one-on-one interactions with Christ. But that passage essentially breaks the fact that you need church to worship.
But
Because
that's
it
what-
also says that anytime that you find 2 or more followers, that is my church, which means that 2 people could just get together and discuss it.
That has been my fucking argument.
So
You
against
don't need the
going to
facility.
church
You just need the people to
forever.
agree.
So the Missouri Synod started in 1847
But
when Saxon and German immigrants established a new church. Okay, I grew up in that, right? Any church that started in 1847, I have some questions.
so what are the requirements?
Well, it's like,
Like
I don't remember which comedian said it, but he was talking about the Mormon church. He's like, any church that my dad could be like, yeah, that didn't happen. I don't believe.
right, 1847.
What are the requirements in order for somebody to start a new form of a similar religion?
That's a great tax question.
Ask Scientology. They did it.
But no, like what are the requirements on it? Like what do you have to do? What do I have to do in order to start a religion based off another religion, but I just tweak it a little bit? Because that's essentially what all these are. Is there like a
Hey, how to start a church legally in Texas.
Well, there you go.
27,848 churches.
Jazz might know the answer to this. You
Jazz.
might. What are the requirements in order for me to start my own religion based off of another religion?
So a division.
No, well, like everything that we just talked about.
So you're talking about like ELCA versus Missouri Synod,
Oh, it all starts with a 501.
all that kind of stuff. So yes,
Imagine that.
it's the establishment of the 501.
An
You need to show that you
IEN
have-
and a bank account.
But no. So they didn't have 501s back in.
It's what you're coming down to is a unified belief structure, a written bylaw, and then an understood and accepted establishment of leadership.
Statement of
So,
belief, statement of
look,
faith,
Here,
funds for opening the balance, and a tax.
right. So here's how it works. All religions start as a cult. Cults turn into religions when they get big enough.
Or they just fill out the proper paperwork.
Now,
it.
you can have a cult that fills out the proper paperwork. The definition, the real change is when it goes from a cult to a religion, is you have enough people.
Well, how many people is that?
Sure.
I mean, then
I
depends.
I think it's one because you fill out the proper paperwork according to the state of Texas.
Yeah.
Well, if it's just you, you could say it's my religion. Once you get other followers and there's only a couple of you in a weird compound and the FD and like
I don't need a
the
compound.
FBI and shit shows up, that's a cult.
Is a fun haircut involved?
I don't need a compound.
We kind of have.
I don't need any of the stereotypical things. I just want to know, like, if I want to take any one of the religions that we talked about and just tweak it and make my own and just be like, oh yeah, gays get married is totally cool.
I will tell you,
You
right
know what I
now,
mean? Like,
based on the
what-
discussion that we had a couple of weeks ago, we have more people listen to the show than some religions out there.
But essentially what I'm saying is why doesn't
And we have a couple people that are ordained.
why doesn't
We're gonna lose a lot tonight. This is way too much Jesus talk.
why doesn't a gay couple start their own religion in the gay community based off the similar values of other religions?
I can't say what I was gonna say. God damn
Do you want the real answer? Do you want the real answer? I'll fucking say it right now. And look,
Because
just like the Jews, I think the gays are awesome.
it. Jews are awesome. Gays are awesome. Hey,
But I'll give you the real fucking answer.
Gay Jews.
The reason it won't happen is it's third party justification, and it comes down to what you said earlier.
yeah, that's
Which
why
is-
I said it.
Somebody else has to say, "Hey, we're fucking cool with it,"
Yeah.
and all of it's regardless of the decision. We've talked about that with things. We had the discussion on the show about when people buy stuff. And so they buy this thing and then they tell all their friends
Right.
and whatever, all of the reasons as to why they needed to buy this thing. It's like, No, you don't. You don't need to justify this to fuck all. Did you have the money? Yep. Or can you make the payment?
Right.
Whatever the fuck. Yeah. Did you want it? Yep. You're done.
Yeah.
That's the end of the story.
That's the end of the justification. I don't need to say why I wanted a new rifle or why I wanted a new car or why. None of it matters.
Yeah.
Did you want it? Can you afford it? Yeah. Done.
Can you not? No.
I don't need third
Do
party
you have credit cards?
credibility
Yes.
Yeah.
for why it is. But there is an entire community that has decided that they want somebody else to say it's okay. And because it's an established organization,
Right.
like religion, and which really goes down to, here's the question I would ask anybody that needs their religion to say it's okay. You don't believe as strongly as your religion does about something. Because if you believed in it stronger than your religion, you wouldn't give a fuck what your religion said.
Mm-hmm.
If you need to change the religion's mind, your faith and your decision isn't as strong as that religion's faith and against your
So
decision.
part of what you're saying is why I've questioned my faith. I went to Iraq, right? And I seen people that totally believed in their religion way more than I did,
Mhm.
to the point where they would,
Fucking blow themselves up.
right?
Like
I'm like,
martyrs.
like, okay, at that time, I didn't know my religion was formed in 1847, right? Like, if I would have known that one little
He just
fact,
found out that Joseph Smith was even like, I don't know.
yeah, like I would have questioned it even more. But
Imagine if you knew Joseph Smith.
they never teach that. I grew
What
up
do you wear
with
weird
zero-
underwear, Joe?
Because what they teach is, we know what's correct. And over time, you will believe what
Yeah.
we believe is correct
But why
is also correct.
why wouldn't I know about the founding of Missouri Synod if that's what I was growing up?
because
Why-
it takes away the credibility.
Because gaslighting doesn't allow for factual information to be delivered.
Yeah.
Wait, are you saying that religion is full of gaslighting?
Yeah,
No.
I'll say it.
At least the Catholics go back to St. Peter.
I got
bro.
10 toes. I got 10 toes pointed at you right fucking now.
That's 11, sir.
That's more like a thumb, not a toe.
Yeah, it's like a Baby Bell cheese.
on its side.
I sat down weird when I was young, okay?
Your religion should not control your decision making. Your decision making should control your religion.
Well, no.
Mine's like half a string cheese.
But the good part about religion, right? Like Missouri Synod, whatever the religion, right? What I have taken away from religion is morals.
Okay.
Right,
And
like,
that brings me back to everything.
it's a-
I will
it's-
never,
yeah,
I
it's
am
a
not
map.
anti-religion, because if your religion gives you a moral compass that you can actually follow,
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't care what the religion is.
It doesn't matter.
I take that back. I'm not going to say it out loud, but I want to be honest on this show. For the most part,
Right.
your religion, if it gives you a moral
Listen up,
compass,
Mormons.
I'm down for it. It's not Mormon.
Still a
And
cult.
so-
Still a cult.
It is what it is. For the most part, if your religion gives you a moral compass, I'm all about it. I don't have to agree with it. And you know what? You don't need me to agree with it.
You know,
And
technically,
it has to do with lifestyle choices too. My church doesn't approve. Okay, why the fuck are you part? Don't change your church. Find a fucking church that matches. It's your fucking decision. Churches are made by the people, and I know when I say church, people think a fucking cross and there's a dude in a robe and he's going to fucking.
No.
I mean organized religion. If your organized religion does not fit you, religion is made by the people. It's just like fucking voting. If you are looking to your left and you were looking to your right and go, I don't recognize these people, you're in the wrong fucking place. Fucking change your church. Go find something that actually fits. Or I'm gonna say it right. I'm looking at this camera right fucking here. You don't need the church to be you. Fucking leave. You don't need one.
Wait.
They're not doing anything for you except for asking you for fucking money.
I'll shit
They
all
don't-
over Mormons because technically they're not allowed to listen to this anyways.
Yeah. But if you look to the left and you look to the right and you don't see you, fucking leave. You don't need to be there. Find one that actually fucking fits.
Unless you're a piece of shit and you're looking for something to make you better.
And if you are changing to fit, then what the fuck? Unless,
Unless you're a big pile of shit.
unless you're a giant pile of shit. Yeah. But
I think of it as like leadership, right? Like we've all had great leaders, we've all had shitty leaders, and we build your own little toolbox, right? You take the good stuff from each person and you try to fucking benefit yourself.
And who have you learned most from? The good leader or the shitty
The
leader?
Muslims.
I've learned what not to do from shitty leaders.
I've learned the
which is a
most-
positive.
I've learned the most from shitty leaders.
Fucking A. And I've learned how to
We said the same thing.
I've heard how to react from fucking good leadership from good leaders.
all right, I will redact
Right.
my statement. If you were going to church to figure out what not to do,
But I'm saying
I'm fucking here for it.
but
like that
but
is-
like religion provides a moral compass.
Sometimes.
Sometimes it can provide a moral compass.
Sure.
Take the parts that fucking apply to you and build your fucking own
Cool.
toolbox.
Kick the TV on, please.
Just kick
I
it on.
need you to kick the TV on. Can you please look up the written principal tenets of the Church of Satan in the United States, please?
Oh,
Well, yeah, I've seen this. Yeah, I've seen this.
I believe there's 10 of them.
I think so. Now, so here's the funny thing about the Church of Satan, and something that people don't often realize, especially Christian folk, Christian, Jewish, any kind of Judeo-Christian entity. They don't realize that.
I think what you mean is a Abrahamic.
Yes, any of the Abrahamic
Here we go.
religions.
There are 7 fundamental tenets of the
We'll say
Church
the big
of Satan.
three. It's
One
mostly
should strive to act with compassion and empathy towards all creatures in accordance with reason. Tenet number 2, the struggle for justice is an ongoing and necessary pursuit that should prevail over all laws and institutions. Tenet number 3, one's body is inviolable, subject to one's own will alone. If I need to explain that to anybody, you are the problem. Tenet number 4, the freedoms of others should be respected, including the freedom to offend. To willfully and unjustly encroach upon the freedoms of another is to forgo one's own.
so the first
That literally means
That's the
because
first-
I feel a certain way, that does not mean that you have any need, right, want, or desire, regardless of how I feel, to change how you feel. My personal beliefs have nothing to do with your beliefs. Principle number 5, beliefs should conform to one's best scientific understanding of the world. One should take care never to distort scientific fact to fit one's beliefs, which means opinion doesn't matter when it's compared to facts.
But my feelings are so strong about it.
They don't care. 6, people are fallible. That means that you can be fucking wrong because you are a dude and you have no fucking idea what you're doing. If one makes a mistake, one should do one's best to rectify it and resolve any harm that might have been caused. And 7, every tenet is a guiding principle designed to inspire nobility in action and thought. The spirit of compassion, wisdom, and justice should always prevail over the written or spoken word. Which means if any of these laws don't follow, any of these tenets don't follow what it would actually be in order to be compassionate, not a piece of shit, understand somebody else's point of view, that one is void. Go ahead and take the view that would actually require it. This is the Church of Satan.
well,
That's why everyone hates it.
Go find me a fucking church.
my family's not going to be happy because I agree with a lot of those.
Yeah, probably all
Like
of them.
all of
Everybody hates it because it allows you
I've
to
never
use
read
your
that.
thought
I've never
process
once read that before.
to make a decision.
Right.
Where every other religion inhibits you from using your own thought process.
You know the
You
guy-
can't think for yourself. You have to believe in this
You know
in
the
order
guy
to
that-
make your decision.
The
And
guy
this
that
one is
started this
literally
religion
allowed-
died in 97, right?
Yeah.
This
It's
one is
even younger than
actually
yours.
This one is actually allowing you to go, hey, I thought this was it.
It's a pretty
You have
crazy,
shown me different,
pretty crazy.
and
level.
I apologize for any harm I may have done
Yeah.
because I now have a new viewpoint.
But
This
that
actually
means you
allows-
believe in the devil.
No. So that's the deal, is that everybody goes, that means you worship Satan. They are taking it from the idea of a disruption standpoint.
Like
it's
a
the
free thinking type of thing.
right.
Right.
That's the embodiment. It's
the
not.
Church of Satan was founded on April 30th, 1966.
There you go.
Beautiful.
So-
You know what? I appreciate that.
So now think about the world in
Now,
1966.
if he would have named it something else, it probably would be more successful.
Probably would have. If he would have been like the Church of Common Sense,
But it
people would
got-
have been like, hey.
But it gets your attention.
Totally.
Yeah, sure.
But
But
those
Anton
tenants-
LaVey was kind of a fucking douchebag.
But here's the deal:
like,
sit down with a pastor and explain those tenets, and then tell me where the evil is.
that's just it. Is
Right.
I don't believe that the Church of Satan is actually evil, and I say that because it was made by a guy who wanted attention. You know what I mean?
Westboro
Like,
Baptist Church.
It's not.
When did that start, and
Right,
what do they
but
believe?
That's
in?
one family of morons.
But-
No, seriously,
Here's the
because
deal.
they're fucked.
like, but don't get me
Things
wrong.
Outgrow a person.
Sure.
And
Fucking A.
I think that's the important thing that you have to look at. Is it? Well, this guy said it. Okay.
Can we title this the Christmas episode?
Yeah.
But this dude wanted to be Jesus, essentially. He wanted to be the anti-Jesus.
He wanted to be an anarchist.
Yeah. And he was like, how do I piss off the most people?
It
Talk about Satan. He's like-
Well, I mean,
and it worked.
he wrote a book about it.
And it worked.
His,
Yeah.
No, his branding was off because that's literally the first time I've ever seen those.
So, but
Yeah.
if I had read you those tenets,
That
I didn't
one-
tell you they were from the Church of Satan.
There's one in there that is basically layman terms of saying the First Amendment.
Yeah.
Fucking
But if I had
freedom
read
of
you,
speech.
if I had read you, yeah, and
We
that's
don't.
the thing. Satans are atheists.
yeah.
This is essentially to be a good person, be a good fucking person, and respect the fact that other people are allowed to do the same. So now I'm going to preface this, but I am not a Satanist. We covered this a couple weeks ago. Somebody finally asked me
You don't perform
where my belief.
sacrifices.
Neither do they.
I can't actually say that either.
He's pagan.
Yeah,
There's a little bit of that in
we
there.
No,
talked
no.
about this a couple weeks ago. We
You
covered the fact
spelled
that
pegging wrong.
and that's after the sacrifice.
Atta girl,
sir.
sniper. Atta girl.
He is pagan.
I hope you started in the shower for karma.
What, you think you have hips like that and you don't know how to throw them? Come on. But if I had read you those tenets and didn't tell you
hope
where they
it's
were
studied.
from, what would you assume?
No, like I agree with all of them. Like, yeah,
And that's the thing is that, but that's a recognized religion.
I agree with all of them, but I'm not really religious. So
Neither of them.
those that are religious might say that yes,
They're actually atheists.
Okay, no. So that brings up a good question. Without pulling it up, producer, don't pull it up. Define religion to me.
what I
In
think of
layman's
religion.
terms.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't need like a Webster.
So what I-
whatever. Just what is religion to you?
so organized religion, I'm not a big fan of.
Okay, that's a totally different conversation.
Yeah.
A valid point, and
That's
it's probably one of the reasons that we're friends. Is it's one of those concepts, right? But what is religion?
I would say religion is it's a series of beliefs. I'm going to leave it at that. A series of beliefs.
Totally fair, right?
Yeah, it's totally fair.
It's a series of beliefs. Okay, Mikey,
Yeah.
if you were to write a ethos for the Freedom Friends,
Well, God, it would be terrible.
no, not a mission statement. An
Oh.
ethos.
what we believe in.
What do the Freedom Friends
Mediocrity.
believe in? And I get we're a comedy show, but it's a legitimate question. What do the Freedom Friends believe in?
I think at our core,
Shooting guns and spreading buns.
There you have it, folks.
fellowship
Sure.
at your core, right? It's people hanging out, enjoying ourselves,
Building a community.
building a community. It's literally, and I know where you're going with this, quite literally, like because
Wait, we need a 501c3
you know what? No, we fucking don't.
Where'd Mike go?
as a religious group. Okay.
Because I define religion
No,
very,
off
very
topic.
similarly. Very similar.
What if the Freedom Friends had an ethos? Let's just talk about the people in this room. So just take a look around. People in this room. The Freedom
Half
Friends
of you are
core,
fucking related.
core team.
There's 3 of us that aren't related.
Minus maybe that one. She's a late edition. So, but what's the ethos of the Freedom Friends?
Freedom, whiskey, and cigars, man.
So essentially,
The hosts, mediocre.
yeah. So I would say our ethos is freedom of choice, right? And loyalty to those that show loyalty to you.
Okay. It's a good ethos.
There's probably a better word for that.
Then
Go ahead.
Well, I think that falls into community, right?
It's an overarching thing. We want a community that
Yeah.
follows that, but I would say like I would show absolute loyalty to everybody at this table.
Right.
You could call me at any time, day or night. Hey, I need this. I've got you. Like, regardless of all the jokes and
Yeah.
whatever. You and I have had this 4-year thing that's happened.
Right.
When it's come down to it, you've shown up every time. Like it doesn't matter. Like I know you've got me.
Yeah.
He talks shit the whole time, but he's there.
There's a
I really don't.
there's a loyalty and the idea of whatever you're into.
Yeah.
I've got you. It doesn't fucking matter. Those are beliefs. That is a system of beliefs that a group of people has come together and found community in sharing those beliefs.
Based off common interest.
Based on your
So-
definition of religion.
We are no longer a podcast.
We're a ministry.
we are filing the paperwork next week.
Can we call each other apostles?
We're going to be a religion, and then yes.
Or disciples. What do you want to be?
Apostle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, apostles like one of the founding guys, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're
Yeah.
we're the fucking founding four, right? The
Our listening,
The
our
Church of Freedom.
listeners Are,
Lavely, he's an admin on the page, so he's a disciple. We'll make a hierarchy. Sorry, ladies, it's happening again. Our uniform's going to be way better than nuns, though. Swear to God.
bottom line is I'll see y'all in hell.
You know what I think?
Oh, so I have a question.
Okay.
If you are a religious person,
Well, you're half of the big two, man. So
if you are a religious person and you decide, like we just decided, to start your own religion,
what you're
do
doing
you
is,
get banished from your previous religion?
it is called sacrilegious. Yes.
But what if it's loosely based off of similar morals and values?
Well, I mean,
There's a competition, just like amongst.
Well, I get it, but
there's a difference between what we're talking about and, in my opinion, religion. Religion is faith-based. It's based off faith.
I have
Right.
faith in your ability to answer the phone if shit really went down for me.
Sure. That's
Okay,
faith in me. I'm not God. Right? There's faith in a higher power.
Do I-
That's what religion.
what do you call it though when you have faith?
But what is friendship?
Friendship is a bond. It's a spree.
Keep
All right.
going.
do you know the definition of a best friend?
Keep going.
Because you guys say you're best friends, right?
That's somebody
Yeah,
that we get a blowjob downtown, but will still be willing to be a mouth.
It's someone who forgets everything and the other one remembers everything.
He was close.
So keep going. What is friendship?
Friendship? Well, I think it's defined differently within the confines of each situation.
But as a whole, is that
A soul's recognition of love in one another.
but is that
It's a bumper sticker.
is that a trust that there is another being out there that when it actually came down to it would actually have your back and be willing to help you through a hard time?
Maybe. Could be. Yeah. Sure.
What's the difference between faith and trust?
Faith is blind. Trust, you see it.
And you earn it.
Faith is and you earn trust. Faith, you just have. Right? Which is, honest to God, most people's problem with religion.
And it's what they actually
Because it's not tangible. Friendship is tangible.
like I've literally
we
asked.
have a tangible relationship.
I've
It's
asked-
tangible
Sure.
friendship.
I've
But
asked.
faith is taught you through parable in God's power and what he has done to help those. So they provide you proof that you should have faith in God, that he's going to provide you the level of trust and
They
friendship.
don't provide you proof. I've
They don't. They
literally
give you-
asked. I've asked questions, and I've been told, "Well, that is that's where faith comes in, where faith is blind.
So here's
And I'm
what
like,
it comes
this
down
is
to.
Well, it's like
Is-
think about relics.
I don't know you at all. I meet John and I go, John, should I be friends with Scott?
Yes.
And John goes, yes. And here's all of these stories why
Okay.
Scott was a great friend to me. You haven't seen it,
Right.
but I have. And here's all these stories about why Scott's a great guy. So you should be friends with him. So I go, fuck, I'm friends with Scott now. Because John said that all of these stories happened.
Okay.
Literally,
So why
it's-
Scott's a great fucking
he
dude.
literally described the Bible because
I haven't seen any of it.
So
And John told
But
him.
I'm going to have faith
Right.
that you would do the same for me if
Right.
it came down to
Some
it.
would argue the coolest.
There's
book.
no fucking difference.
so I have a question.
acid
I have a
trip.
question. I have a question for you, Jazz. We were both Missouri Synod Lutherans.
We were.
Okay.
Well, I was. You are.
I don't know that I am.
Well, here I've
I'll say it
Have
right
you
now.
ever
I
heard
am no
that
longer
word?
a fucking Lutheran.
Missouri Senate. Have you ever heard that word? Then I'm going to say if his son has never heard that, I'm going to say that no, he's not.
So, but I have a question. I have a question, Jazz. Do you believe in God?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well,
You
your
don't-
God?
You don't believe in one God,
What God are we talking about?
Yeah.
God.
Yahweh.
Right.
Which one?
You're talking about Yahweh.
Okay.
Yahweh.
No,
Yahweh.
let me ask my question, and then you can dive into this. So, I feel like I'm not Missouri Synod Lutheran, but I believe in God, and I feel like I answer to God, but I'm not going to do it through an organized religion.
But you were saying God in the Abraham sense.
So I feel
He's
like,
Or do you believe,
I feel like,
do you believe there is
I
a power greater than you?
Yes, and I feel like religion's been so diluted over all of eternity.
You, my friend, are an agnostic.
That's an agnostic.
agnostic,
You're
Yeah.
not a Christian. You're an agnostic.
Yeah, you believe in something.
By the way, your wife already confirmed it back.
but I feel like I have.
I heard you, darling.
I feel like I have Christian values.
Nothing
Agnostics.
wrong with that.
Yeah.
There is
Right.
nothing wrong with that.
Christian values are great.
Look,
It
Christian
means don't be
values
a dick.
Of
That's what it.
love
Christian-
thy neighbor,
so-
sacrifice of yourself to make somebody else better.
It comes
give
down to
people an
don't be a dick.
Those,
So-
that's what I'm saying.
so-
I
so-
don't have a problem with that moral compass
So-
at fucking all.
Absolutely.
I think it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
So Christianity is to believe that God gave His one and only Son to die for your sins, so
Yep.
that you're forgiven, right?
Done. You're
Okay.
you're in at the end of definition. Christianity is that you believed there was a sacrificial lamb that was given
Right.
in order to forgive you.
Right.
That's
However, you were still acting in good faith to try and be a good person. But why,
Dude,
if somebody else already cleansed it?
But what do you call that?
Agnostic.
Okay. All right.
you believe in something bigger than yourself, but
And
you're
look-
not sure what it is.
Yeah.
I went through
But
this same journey.
But I almost know for sure it's not anything organized religion.
But I went through this same journey, and I
How
identified.
fucked up is it going to be if we die and we find out that the Mormons were the only ones that were right?
Well, that's what I'm saying, right?
If I
Like,
figure out the Mormons are
because-
right, and I had to be a good person to die and end up in middle management, fucking you can have it.
Right?
Like,
it's like I'm going to go downstairs with all my boys.
because Islam believes in a God,
Same God.
same God.
Same God.
They're
Allah is the same God as Yahweh,
but they're
Abraham's God.
They're very more passionate about it than
And
I
if
ever
there is
was.
if there is only one God,
It's because their internet is restricted based on the country they live in.
and you're talking about now, let's look at
Before,
at
there was
Crus-
just pure lack of information.
Crusade period.
Yeah.
Same God, multiple wars
Yep.
amongst people that believed in the same God.
Yep.
But
I
that was
didn't
fine.
like how you believe in it, though.
Here's what's crazy.
Right.
Muslims believe in Christ.
They believe he was a prophet,
Jesus is a prophet in the Quran.
just not the prophet.
He's just not the son of God,
What?
but he's
no,
a
no, no.
prophet.
Right.
He was he was a true prophet,
He's a true prophet, but not as the son
but not
of God.
the prophet.
yeah, because Muhammad.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
Correct.
yeah, but
I went through the same journey you're going through right now.
I'm
Where
not
I
going
went through that,
I'm
and
kinda
then
over it.
I went, and then I became an agnostic.
After
There's
a couple
something-
millennia,
yeah,
you
there's
were
something
there,
bigger
bro.
than
Tell us
me.
what happened.
I just don't know what it is.
right.
But then I needed to figure out how to plug into whatever was bigger than me.
Yeah.
And that's how I found where I'm at now.
Yeah.
But it became where I could decide what my belief structure looked like.
Yeah.
Where me identifying my principles, my my compass, what gave me a moral north. When I could control that, that's when I had to look elsewhere. And I'm not necessarily saying that I'm a dyed in the wool, this is correct, but it gave me a structure. And as humans, we need the structure. And that's why religion is so powerful, is it gives you a structure and an outlet to express
Justin,
yourself.
help me out here. What's the definition of agnostic?
While you're looking that up, here's my beef, right? And because
If they need a ribeye, I don't care.
because this is my issue with organized religion, right?
The Jew is so mad right now.
God gave us all free will.
I'm about to drop a bomb here in a second.
In every single
You got
organized
allergies?
religion
Or-
on the planet.
You got allergies or wait?
In every single organized religion on the planet, the very first thing is we were given free will. Organized religion stifle that free will.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious because the teaching is that God gave man the free will because he only wanted to be worshipped if man wanted to.
Right.
However, religion tells you if you don't believe, you're
And God
fucking
and,
wrong.
God and the devil made a fucking deal, and it's about influence, right? So if you are religious, it's about influence, yet you still have free will, yet it gets stifled. Why would you stifle someone's free will rather than letting God and the devil have their fucking game,
Because if you don't behave, I'll fucking spank you.
right? There's my beef. I don't know. Agnostic, a person who believes that
So-
nothing is known or
Go
can
ahead,
be
John.
known of
Hit
the
us.
existence
Okay.
and nature of God or of anything beyond material phenomena. A person who claims that neither faith nor disbelief in God.
Agnostic
but-
is literally the definition of I don't know.
So
Yeah, but I kind of believe in God. I just feel like it's been so diluted over time that I don't fall into.
So you believe in a higher power.
You don't know which one to listen to.
I don't believe into an 1847 fucking religion.
one of my
That is
I'm in a 1966.
so you believe in a higher power. You just don't believe man has figured it out.
No, I think
one
That's
of my
healthy as shit.
one of my biggest
That's called common sense, my friend.
sorry.
issues, if you want to, for lack of better words, with modern day religion across the board, because all of them are guilty of it, is when you start changing beliefs and theology based on public opinion, you are no longer a religion in my eyes. And I don't care how big you are, how long you've been around, what you believe in, what book it came from, where you fucking worship, and how much of you runs the fucking world. It doesn't matter. If the court of public opinion changes the beliefs and the structure of your religion, it's no longer a religion in my book.
Yep.
And that is almost everyone on the fucking face of the planet.
And
So
this is
what-
why John and I are friends.
So what you're saying is you don't believe in the Catholics now approving of gay stuff.
I don't care.
No, you.
But
you
no.
Just said
No.
I don't know. If you read that article,
No.
the Catholics just found a loophole. That's all that was.
What I just said is
They.
I personally don't recognize them as a religion.
right.
Because they are changing their belief structures based on the court of public opinion.
Correct.
That's it.
However, I will argue that because look at like some diehard Muslims that are willing to kill themselves
Yeah.
over their religion. If they just came into the modern times a little bit, we could all get along.
No, you couldn't.
No.
I don't think it would change their beliefs.
You could.
You're right.
You know what?
They're
I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead.
Which makes me question my religion because I don't have beliefs as strong as theirs.
But-
But I would willing to
But
die
that's
and
the
kill
thing.
for my religion.
They believe so hard to a T,
Yeah.
and it is not based off of public opinion.
No,
There's certain
they
factors of
believe
it
in
that
doctrine.
are.
It's their doctrine.
Yeah.
And it
Does your
cannot be
religion
waived.
control your politics? Then you will never be at the level that an Islamic believer, and that's the deal.
Well, they live in theocracies.
I will absolutely, and I'm going to catch shit for this, and I don't give a fuck. Islam is not a religion; it is a system of fucking government, and I've said it on this show before. And I don't
They have their own set of laws.
come at me. I don't give a shit. I will quote your book to you.
By definition, you're correct.
It is a system of government. And the problem I have is religious zealotry will almost always reflect within political zealotry.
Yeah.
Almost every fucking time. And the most terrifying people on this planet are religious zealots and political zealots.
So
it just is what the
the
fuck
one
it is.
the one thing
Different sides of the same fucking bent coin.
the one thing I did learn
that
based
coin
on
is sphere shaped. You're absolutely right.
the one thing I did learn based on complete life experiences was that there should be 100% a separation between church and state.
150 fucking %.
Because once you mix those two, everything goes to shit.
And by the way, if you're going to go with like, we're a country of God. No, we're not.
No, we're not. We're a country of
So
laws.
let's go ahead and go back to Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers, one of the guys that actually shaped this fucking country.
Who just swam in pussy.
literally said
For a fat guy, he really did.
lighthouses are more useful to this country than churches.
Yep.
But
By the way,
you can't argue it.
almost all of the founding
Practically
fathers
speaking.
were deists, by the way, which means they believed there was a higher power, but really people haven't fucking figured it out.
You know what? I'm going to put it
But
out
Christianity was popular enough just to go ahead and do the whole like, we can pander and just do this to where, but they were almost all deists, which means there's something bigger than us. We just don't know what the fuck it is.
It's closer to agnostic than anything.
there. I agree with old Ben, and I'll put it out there that lighthouses have saved more lives than religion.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually done it. Not the whole like, I'm a changed man because they sprinkled some water on my forehead.
you know, but I have seen that fucking save people's lives.
What, lighthouses? I have
No, fucking like faith.
I have not.
Sure.
Faith is it
I've
has
not personally
saved some
seen that.
people's
I've
lives.
also seen Fed time turn people into Islam. So
Fucking I. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You know, but physically, yeah, you're correct.
And mentally too. They see that light. Look, well, I'm not going over there.
I don't know.
Well, this is
I'm not uber religious, man, but I'm not.
probably enough church for today, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, this. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah, all that stuff. Hanukkah's over now, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hanukkah's
How was your Hanukkah?
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
I
spin,
was in Virginia.
you spin some dreidels?
No.
We were in Virginia
Yeah.
for Hanukkah?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Let me see your
That's
hand.
fine.
Let me see your hand.
Why?
Bad Jew.
Oh, thanks.
he's only Jewish.
Yeah, I called my dad. He said Happy Hanukkah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That counts.
Yeah.
That counts.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Fucking A.
One phone call, the whole the storyline changes.
Happy shitty Christmas.
He's a Catholic.
Old habits die hard. Anyways, everybody, fucking Merry Christmas.
Boys, real quick, y'all want to give a heads up about next
I'm
week?
about to do that right now, sir.
right, cool.
Mind your fucking business, producer. Jesus.
He's doing a job. Calm down.
He's so good at it.
Apropos.
Yeah, we are not going to have a show next week, guys. We are taking our Christmas holiday serious this year. So before you
Yule,
people
sir.
freak the fuck out,
You know what?
Yule or
You know what?
Christmas or whatever fucking
Mikey, what are you?
friends, what was it, Festivus for the rest of us?
What's Monday? What's Monday? Next Monday.
Literally
Christmas.
Christmas.
The 25th.
Shit. I was going to say we should go live, but probably not.
Yeah, it's 20. It's on Christmas.
Yeah, it's on.
I'm having my Christmas party at the house. We go live.
Is it on Monday?
It is on Monday.
You do it on
The
Monday?
Christmas party's on Monday.
Might have to go live. Maybe.
There might be something in
Maybe.
The group. So if you're in the Facebook,
Look
I
for
will
us on
be
the
proper.
Facebook.
I will be proper hammered. I can assure you.
that's actually the best tradition I can get behind. Matter of fact, I'm going to raise my glass, boys. I'm going to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and thanks for being my freedom friend. kids.
Regardless of what the fuck you believe.
It really doesn't matter. Do
Go
you
do your
believe in
fucking
fucking
thing.
freedom? Do you believe in yourself? That's what's important, man. Take care of yourselves.
Oh,
That's what it's
fuck.
about.
See, I had it till you mentioned that.
I'm eggnog stick. So happy holidays.
I'm team eggnog, so I'm into it.
Fucking Johnny,
Yep.
first one.
Smoke on.
Scotty.
Drink on.
And God damn it,
Freedom
religious
the
or
fuck
not,
on.
there it is.
Later.